forager ants clip the leaves into portable sections. As they slice, small quality controllers inspect the leaves for harmful bacteria.
Ants look like newbies. We've been farming for 12,000 years. Ants have been doing it for 60 million. Then they clean the leaves. They crush them. Cut them into little pieces. Arrange them carefully in stacks. They even compost the leaves with a little of their own poop. They spread spores around like seeds. Over time, a fungus grows. And this highly nutritious fungus, that's what the ants are after. They feed it to the colony's offspring, millions of them. For humans, farming was the origin of our civilization. And it's the same for ants. They are fungus tycoons. Their colonies are true underground cities with a bottomless need for resources. Having this reliable source of food has given them the luxury
Grows nowhere else. The leaves nourish the fungus. The fungus feeds the ants. In one sense, these ants are farmers who perfected agriculture about 50 million years before humans did. It's the first sign of a caste system, where different-looking ants perform different jobs. It makes for a more organized system. And these ants divide up the jobs.
It's actually more organized than it might seem. First, there are nest maintenance workers, picking up little pebbles, moving them around. There are patrollers who are generally milling about. There are the foragers.
They don't get orders from the queen. The workers organize the labor force themselves, so it's up to the individual to decide what job to do.
This is no chaotic crowd or flying mass. These bugs are highly organized. Driver ants. Every rainy season, they emerge from their homes to conquer new territory. They build hunting trails called columns, which radiate from their nest out into the surrounding forest. Inch-long soldiers line the column to protect the smaller workers scurrying along inside. The swarm is programmed to keep the trail moving or die trying. Driver ants are blind, but highly sensitive to vibrations and air currents. When they sense danger, they give off stress pheromones, which put the entire swarm on alert, ready to take on any threat, including people. That organized defense intelligence has earned them a nickname, the Army Ant. These ants are the stuff of legend and nightmare. Even the scorpion's deadly sting is powerless against this invincible organized army. Both workers and soldiers join the attack, dividing up assignments according to size. Some look for a chink in the scorpion's leg armor, while others pry open the victim's body plates like a can opener. The scorpion eventually gives up the ghost. The ants dismember its body and haul it back down the trail to feed the nest. A creature that takes on a swarm of driver ants won't live long enough to learn its lesson. African farmers cheer on the swarming ants. Agricultural pests are favored fodder for the ant legions. They capture, kill, and consume or carry away any bugs they come across, wiping out as many as 100,000 insects in a single raid. Alone among all the ants, driver ants don't build permanent nests. They're constantly on the go, moving every 2 weeks in search of food. They carry their eggs, larvae, and pupae with them. The workers lug the larvae, while the soldiers haul the much larger pupae, which will become future soldiers. It's a huge undertaking, but many legs make light work. A colony of over 20 million individuals can move from an old nest to a new one in only 48 hours. The swarm's organization really shines when the ants confront an obstacle. In an ant's world, a small twig is like a tree blocking a highway at rush hour. Those first on the scene release a pheromone to summon the heavy lifters. When they arrive, they get right to work. Each driver ant can lift 50 times its own weight, but lifting this stick will require more than brute strength. It's a job for the communal intelligence of the swarm. The tiny blind insects are able to time their exertions to lift and push as one. Obstruction removed, the traffic lanes are back up to speed in no time. Once the ants locate a new nest, the eggs and pupae are taken inside. Here they are safe. Millions of interlocking ants create an impenetrable barrier with their bodies. Walls that bite. Deep inside is the queen. 2 inches long, she's the largest ant in the world, and the reason for all this work. The queen has a single purpose. She's an egg-laying machine, laying as many as 2 million eggs a month. Only from the outside is it possible to get an idea of the nest's true size. This is the epicenter of the swarm's brain, where millions of individuals form a network that's wired through pheromones. Like the individual cells that make up the human brain, individual driver ants aren't especially intelligent. But linked together, they become a highly adaptable and resourceful mind. An ant superbrain.